What's going on? Sail to the B. This is the evening time frame. And whoa, have I got a nice uptick in energy. I can't even really explain it. Besides, do you have the time for time? Because if you do, oh my God, it may revolutionarily change your energy waves. Matter of fact, I should probably post some kind of picture of what this supplement is, or at least I'll post the link. You know, that's what I'll do. Go to the description. I'll post the description or the link to the time that you can purchase. I've just done one dose, so don't quote me on something going further than this, unless it's like, you know, I'll probably continue this the next day so I can have more to report. But I've only done one dose. It's the end of the day. And honestly, I was just wanting to eat some food, you know, relax, you know. Hey, and thank you to anybody that went on there and liked some of those videos that I recently posted. Appreciate it. Any of you guys, I mean, gals, I love it. Thank you. Because on my end, I'm always thankful for what I'm receiving, especially on this channel. I am not doing entertaining antics, at least not yet. And at the base level, you guys are at least responding and engaging, and that means the world to me. Any YouTube creator would say that. But I don't even know why I even came on here to make this video, to be honest. I'm not trying to make something on narcissism, so to speak. Seeing what I know what it was. I wanted to make another thank you video. So before I do that, let me talk about this time that I just took. It's in a little bottle. You know what? Let me go. I should go get it. I'll be right back. Enjoy the characters. All right. Thanks for waiting, or if you came back and you just skipped forward in the video, good deal. So the time that I'm taking is this Hawaii farm. You can see that. I'm holding it up there long enough. And I'll just, like I said, I'm going to post the link into the description. I shouldn't be feeling anything that I'm feeling right now. I feel elation. And this kind of already prompted me to do an investigation on something I was looking to do before, which is how can I boost my dopamine and serotonin levels? And if I have something like this as a supplement that can do that, bravo. I've got other things coming in the mail. And if you don't, you probably don't know this about me. I am a supplement king. I have so many supplements. It's ridiculous. I can't stand it. I've taken supplements for years. I've had bad conditions. If you watch earlier videos, you'll notice that I had a lot more size than what I have right now. And it isn't because I'm getting older. It is because I ran into some of the most worst, massive digestive issues that really put me sideways. And there was only basically one thing I did to change it, and then one other thing I did to reinforce my gut. And it's always been kind of a little battle, but I'm always looking to improve it. I think even time will help with that process. I've heard that it helps to build your gut wall back a little bit stronger. So if that's doing it, great. It's antibacterial. But I feel like I'm giving a whole big promotion on time, and I don't know. I really feel excited. I was happy even before, and I know it shouldn't seem that way because I just dealt with this narcissistic dismissal. But I mean, look, anyone who's dealing with narcissists or has that kind of pairing or relationship, if you're able to have that cord get cut and them tweedledee on, woo, it's a blessing. You should be celebrating. You've just received a blessing. You actually tolerated a spiritual storm and you maintained your essence. You maintained your position. Hopefully you maintained it and maintained yourself. So you should be happy that they went on. You actually, I've lost two narcissists recently, and the other one don't believe that they're one. Yeah, yeah, the other one doesn't believe that they're one. And so now that I've kind of like, okay, that one was gone. That one that happened, I don't even know how I even achieved it. But I was like, I'm going to keep a state of balance. I'm not going to keep, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to let the reality unfold. The reality unfelt. That should be a word. Unfelt upon this individual. And I was like, wow, shit. And then they had to go. And then there was like the second release here with the last one. And I don't know, and I'm not talking about partnerships. This is like, you can have them as friends. You have them as, contacts, whatever. This was not a partner. So this one left of their own volition. I was like, oh, hallelujah. And then this last one, they couldn't take the heat or the sunshine or whatever you want to call it. They had to go to. So, but let's just get to the thank yous. I am extremely thankful for this time experience. You just squirt this little dropper full of oil and like a little bit of water. I think you can probably do more water, but they just said a little bit. They just said water. So I just put a little bit of water, a little bit of that, drank it down. And I immediately started feeling something. Now, I'm very sensitive to things that I take or consume. This probably goes back to that super empath crap. So I took it and I was like, I'm like, I started like beeping, bopping. I'm like, okay, this is weird. I felt this instantly. Great. I got some CoQ10 on the way, Tongkat Ali, but I don't know why. I'm taking the Tongkat because I do feel like my testosterone is kind of starting to dip. Maybe. I don't know. Probably not. I still have pretty decent strength in the gym. Don't really know. But I do want to put some more size back on. So the Tongkat Ali, if it's going to help me with testosterone, build muscle, build strength, great. God, if I could elevate my body along with the process, this is going to be like a win-win-win. And probably will be a narcissist punishment. Oh boy. But I need good health. I work for it. And so hopefully CoQ10 will help me with my dopamine. But I'm thankful for that whole experience just now. I'm thankful to be able to sit here and make a video, look at you guys look at me, you guys responding to me, giving me the likes. That was another part of the big gratitude moment. Being able to have this cool TV that I can watch stuff on, having VRs, and if I wanted to go into that outer space, I don't ever do it. It's kind of like, yeah. It's hard for me to get into that area for some reason in that environment. I think it's because I got this clunky thing on. I'd rather just relax. If I had some glasses, just some shades I could put on for VR, I'd be like, let's go. But because it's like cumbersome, this big headset, Oculus, and then you got these little hand things you got to keep fumbling around, it gets to be annoying. I'm just like, I guess I'm a little, what's the word for it? You guys got to help me with my descriptions. I try to use the right word to describe what I'm feeling, but I guess I'm very picky or anal or OCD. Yeah, OCD. Let's use OCD. A little OCD about stuff. And entitled. Let's use entitled. Maybe I'm entitled too much. I've always told people, like, they start their whining about their first world problems. And sometimes I do it too, but I always had this little quote that I would tell people, like, yeah, it's just a bunch of kings and queens whining about being kings and queens. You guys don't know, but what you have, if you roll back the clock to whenever there was kings and queens in the empires long ago, let's say 1500s, whatever. You get back in that time period, and they would look, if they looked at this time period and what we have, they would be highly jealous, and they wouldn't have any of these means. And yet we sit and whine and complain when we have far, far more than they probably ever would have dreamed of. So in that sense, maybe we should be thanking ourselves for being kings and queens and start accepting our positions here on this planet. Thrive, guys, thrive. If you got some time, you got some energy, you want to do, if you got some time, time and energy, you want to go and take on those goals and dreams, go do it. I postponed mine today, and I'm like, every time you say no to a yes, your yes becomes a no. I wonder if somebody has that as a quote out there, because that's the one that I've made and I've kept in my head. Every time you make your yes a no, wait a minute. Every time you say no to your yes becomes a no. And I am guilty. I'm sure we're all guilty of this. We're like, man, I can't wait. I'm going to do this stuff. It's going to be banging. And you're like all excited. And it's like, all right, man, go do it. And you're like, no, I'm not going to do it. And then like the wave comes back. It's like, comes back. And you have the opportunity to do it again. And you're like, yeah, man, you can go do it. And you're like, yeah, I can go do it. It's like the intensity is now diminished a bit, right? And so it's even harder because slowly but surely your yes is becoming a no. And so if there's something I can do to break that, hopefully it's tomorrow when I embark on this journey of talking to somebody at QVC. Hopefully somebody there that can guide me in the right direction. We hold court. Wow. And I gained some kind of leverage, and I gained a good contract, or I gained some kind of great communication. I don't know where the journey is going to lead me, but I need to get on the boat and start sailing. This is why it should be exciting for anyone who's left or gotten away from narcissists, especially if it was their idea. This is the third time I've successfully gotten away with them believing it was their idea. That is crafty shit. I hate to even, why would I even pride myself on being able to do that? It's like, why would you want to set the game up that devastates you, dude? Like, it's a terrible idea. I wasn't wanting that. Like I think I mentioned in the last video, I was like, maybe I could just get some booty on the side, you know, just use some friends with benefits. I mean, because they were not showing or demonstrating anything to me that crossed that level of maturity. It was like very junior stuff. And then I kept seeing flag. I'm like, all right, man, you already know. So how far do you want to take this? I was like, well, I can at least just get some booty for the time being. And I was like, yeah, all right. And I still know on a spiritual level how I'm connected with this person. So this is like very nuancey stuff once you get into it. And like, I knew like I'm a 9, she's a 6. There's extreme compatibility. Maybe there's a narcissistic 6 and I'm a super empath 9, whatever that super empath crap is. But it's still energetic signatures. And the fact that the polarities are opposite probably encourages the attraction. So she even made this one post, and it's like I could see love bomb after love bomb. This was why I was like, I was well ahead of the curve. But it was much easier for me to allow her to come to this state of recognition versus me initiating it and her saying, oh, he's a loser. He just dropped me. I did all this for him. No, now it's going to be a little stupid on the other side. And I could care less. I'm not going to go around doing smear campaigns. I could care less. I'm not going to sit back and go, oh, all the stuff I got a laundry list of shit I did. It don't mean nothing. Not to the narcissist. I know. Whew, you ain't getting nothing back from them. Don't worry. I mean, I could go all day about some of the shit I did. Flowers, and I said I wasn't going to do it. But I'm not giving you too many details. Flowers. There for sob moments in public. Twice. Like, it was embarrassing. Calls on the phone about the shit happening in NY, New York. And, I mean, personal, the throw up. And I don't mind. That's what partnerships are about. You're supposed to be able to navigate some of that. Being there for events after event. I mean, I did my share. Now, to give her credit, she was pretty much holding up her end, but it wasn't easy. That's the whole point. In a relationship, whether it's hard or easy, it's always easy when you're a partnership and you're understanding that it's a relationship and you're willing to do these things. It should come off as easy. And so for me, like, whether it was hard or easy is irrelevant. It was easy. I didn't care. It was like she kept thanking me for some of this stupid shit. And I was like, I don't care. I'm your partner. That's how I would phrase it every single time. Like, I don't care. I'm your partner. It's what you do. vice versa. And I tried to think back, but it was almost like I have an objective. And she couldn't keep on with it. I'm starting to go too much on the subject. Look, I don't even care that I'm on this subject of narcissism as much. I'm starting to get a little bored. But I'm making the videos for anybody that's watching them that, like again, I say, we're speaking to the choir. We're speaking to our community of people. I'm ecstatic on this stupid time now. Maybe that'll be a cool supplement to last. But I'll probably do some series on supplements that I can showcase what those are. Because if I don't feel the impulse to keep on the subject matter of narcissism, I probably will not continue to do it. Just saying. You guys have to say something to me. If you're like, hey, please keep talking about it. Make some other videos, like specific topics. Whatever. I don't mind. I'll do a couple of those because I know that's what you guys like and enjoy. But if I don't hear anything back and I'm bored, I'm not really... If I get bored, I'm just coming from my heart. I'm probably not going to talk about anything dealing with narcissists anymore. I'll be ready to move on. And as far as like having another partner or love person in my life, no, I'm good for right now. There is a girl that wants to meet up with me tomorrow. Well, no. I have to reach out to her. She's a past client. She's going through some shit with her husband. I know, guys, bad news, right? Probably need to, but I'm curious. And it ain't curious to see if she's into me or I can manipulate that thing. I really want to go as a friend, first and foremost. And the second thing is, I'm curious to see, is this what I was playing out similar in narcissism and empath, and or is it something else? You see, like the dynamics here. And is she the main candidate? Like, if she reached out to me and did some of these things, and I'm curious to see who she is in this play, you know? I want to see. I'm very curious. And like I said, we've been friends for a while. I used to go out with her quite often, even with her husband. Her husband's cool, you know? Never got a chance to really go out with him, but he's a hard charger working all the time. I probably should have done something with him. He's a super dude. At least ways what I've seen. But I can also see this heavy intensity for things. I don't know. I don't get into the masculine energy like that. It's like, hey, bro to bro, but you a little intense, bro. Go ahead and do your thing if you need to, but bro, tone down. But he's intense. We let it be. Like we're talking about, when I say intense, he likes to go out and cut down like 20 trees. And he's like, what? That felt good. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, man, no, I ain't about all that working, but hats off to you, or hats on. But her, on the other hand, she's very introverted, very quiet, reserved. Well, I have some introvert qualities, and I've been out with her often, like with some of her and her friends. Matter of fact, one of the other previous partners that I was with that was really looking like narcissism, I stood up for myself in that one. I had to separate and move out. I actually did not win that battle where they left me. I ended up leaving them and was soul crushing. And it got even more foul because they came between the next partner that I had and split that one up. Oh my God, I forgot that story. Oh my God. Oh. And that girl was like a diamond, man. I was head over heels. Man. This girl was like the picture of what most guys are dreaming about. And like, I had her. Like, it was not even a question. Like, we had instant attraction. We meshed well together. We went out to bars. We screwed around in bathrooms and bars. It's like people would walk by and like, oh shit. Like, oh yeah, yeah. So we had like the best dynamic. But that other girl kind of came in as a rift. I did some stupid shit on my end to fuck it up. Like, my buddy told me to show text. Like, I knew I shouldn't have listened to that bonehead. But he told me to show the text and keep her informed. And man, that sent off red flags in her world. Like, You got to think, your actions speak louder than words. And if somebody sees you doing something stupid, which you probably may be doing, and if they've called you out on it, you got to look at yourself, edit it for future reference, because it's probably not acceptable behavior. And so if they think, oh, he's showing me text of what happened with that individual to justify his situation, I wonder what that's going to be like on my end if something happens. Can he be trusted? We hadn't dated that long enough to really make that magical assessment. And so she had to make the decision. But she also had another guy she was seeing. But I already kind of... You can always tell there's something else going on. And I think she knew about the other one. And I was cornering things off from that. But again, when I left her, she had a meltdown. This is the real... I don't like to call her a narcissist, but there's some traits. And she flipped out, boohooed, cried all over the phone, and then proceeded to do all this other side smear stuff. She talked to all of my mutual friends, and then all of them basically cut me for whatever reason or what worth. Then the ex, which was friends with some of those friends, like my first ex, ends up getting in cahoots with them, and then it became an even bigger mosh party. This is it is interesting to watch a television show happen around your life, and you think, I'm not the world. Like, why the fuck are any of these people caring at all? I'm not the center of the universe. Or am I? You know, I've had my life. I've had a great life. So, I don't know. All right, the time feels like it's wearing down. I might get actually sleepy and go to bed tonight. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for all the 2 likes that I have on a couple of videos. If you keep bumping those up, man, I'm just head over heels. I love it. Thank you. And we'll stay tuned for the next video. If you want to subscribe, it's great too. Peace. Thanks for listening.